Hmm. Okay, so let's start with the introduction. So, do you want me to introduce myself first?
Okay.
Okay. My name is Sakshi Chauhan, and I'm from central part of India, MP, Gwalior, and I have done my masters. Now I'm doing my PhD. And apart from that, I am working as a private teacher, and my I have also my YouTube channels where I upload conversational videos. And yeah, that's all about me. Yeah, if I talk about my interest and hobbies, so I am very interested in conversing with people and reading books. And yeah, that's all.
Okay. That's very pretty nice. Okay. If I talk about myself, so first I would like to tell my city name where I live. Basically, I belong to the Bihar state. And if I talk about my village name, so that is the name of Rosira Ghat, you can say. And district name Samastipur. Okay. If I talk about my education, so I have completed my graduation, and as well as still I have been teaching at primary school as the subject of English, you can say. And if
Okay.
I talk about my hobbies, so I like to travel as well as I like to talk with the stranger people, knowing the good quality of theirs and adopting in my life to improve my life also. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And basically, I am also running my YouTube channel and the
Mm-hmm.
same content as you mentioned about yours channels. So the same quality content I uploaded at my channel for the helping beginner for learning English. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
that's all. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, good to hear about you. So now nowadays, what are you doing? You're doing studies. Sorry, I missed somewhere, I think. You're doing
No,
studies.
now no, nowadays I'm teaching at primary school as
Mm-hmm.
well as I'm preparing for some competitive examinations. Okay. I do not
Mm-hmm.
want to expose my personal experience on this. So you
Okay.
can get it.
Mm-hmm. Sure, sure. No problem. Okay. So how is your experience and how are you enjoying this process, teaching process? And which class
According to me,
teach- do you teach only English subject?
no. Basically, I teach, you can say all subjects because I have been teaching at primary school as a younger student. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a possible to teach all of subject because you
True.
can get very easy subject like easy questions. Okay, all of them. So that's why. And yeah, I really like this process. Like as much as will you teach to the younger student, yeah, anyone. So by that way, you can increase your level of experience related to study field.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like to the process. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
for teaching. Yeah,
Okay, great, great. Yes, teaching is something that makes us so fascinating, and the moment you start teaching, over the time you start enjoying that also,
of course,
right?
of course. So I have a question for you. Like, uh, how is your journey of speaking English? Tell me when it
Hmm.
started by you.
Okay, so actually, yeah, it is a very, I would say it is a very mundane question that I have answered so many times. So yes, I would just want to highlight those points, a few points, because it is a very long stories to share, but I would try to make it so simple and easy. Okay, simple and short. So I had started my journey, I think 1.5 years back, when I was not into in this language, and I was completely into in Hindi subject or Hindi medium student. I was already, and when I started learning, so yes, initially I faced some issues, just normal that all the learners face. It was not a very different in my case also. So it was completely same for the others. So there was no one with whom I could talk and I could converse, who can make me correct. So I started using one application. The name is Ace Fluency, and over the time I was habitual of speaking this language. Then I found people, or I can say co-learners. Then I started connecting with them, and simultaneously I started my YouTube channel. So I'm so privileged to have this internet, I would say. We are so privileged because with the help of this, we can connect with people so easily. And that's how
Okay,
it
so
gets started. Yeah.
okay, but apart from that application, what were you doing at your beginning stage? Like that, directly after knowing about the applications, then you started your journey of learning English. Yeah, before time when you did not have any idea about any applications, because most of the case people does not know the idea of any application, and they started to learning with self. So, what is the case with you happen?
Hmm. Okay, so it is very, very normal thing. And earlier we were doing reading, writing, and all these thing. Then eventually I got to know speaking is must. You have to speak. You know, it is. I would say that it is an indispensable if you want to make yourself perfect in this language. Then I started using that application, and I would spend my 20 to 25 minutes over there just to connecting with people. And apart from that, yes, all the things are there, writing, reading and writing, and listening also, because listening that changed me completely, I would say, because listening helped me a lot. i heard
Okay.
I learned a lot of words only by listening.
Okay, I'm so curious to knowing your first step and your first act of you were doing much at your beginning stage. Like most of the people have the habit of focusing on one things most. So I just want to know your first step. Like you were focusing on listening a lot, yeah, writing, yeah, even watching something related to spoken content. So
No,
may I know the first step of yours?
so I was interested in listening to any
Okay.
podcast, any kind of content. Although I'm the person who is not indulged into listening to music and all, and serials and movies, I'm not very interested. But still, when it comes to learning English, I started listening. I started listening to songs, podcast, and whatever
Okay.
whatever was coming in my way.
Okay, so this is the first way of your at the beginning time. So, like before time, like you had already lots of experience related of grammar, or after that you were just starting to learn grammar.
No, I have learned because
Okay.
I was okay. I was good at this thing. Means basic grammar was there already, but when it comes to using, then I was getting very confused. Where should I use preposition, conjunction, and articles? I was, very unaware of this thing, idioms and phrases. Then I thought, no, I should start from this. Then
Okay.
I started learning all these grammar concepts.
So, according to you, like grammar is an essential part of spoken English. I'm right?
Right. According to
Because
me, it is very
because
important.
because in these days most of the students, yeah, you can say housewife and many of the students just left the learning grammar and they directly speaking through the application. Okay, so I was just curious to knowing the first way of all of them. Okay, they are really follow the grammar rule at the beginning and says, yeah, directly they jumped out like left the grammar rule and etc, and they directly speaking through the application. So
Mm.
in your case, like you have to, you just follow all the way, which is
Mm.
a requirement in this field. Like,
Right, right.
okay, so that's a very nice. So now I'm so curious to knowing the what type of books have you been reading at beginning stage to having the good experience of vocabulary.
For vocabulary that I am learning every day, and you have to learn every single day. It's not like you just pick up a book and sit with that book and spend hours and hours just to inculcating all these vocabulary, right? It's not gonna be work. So for
Yeah.
vocabulary, whatever I'm listening to you, suppose that I'm listening to you right now. Okay, but you know, and I'm just consuming. Okay, is there any word that you are using and that is not familiar to me? So I can adopt that. I can, make the part of my active vocabulary, and I would search, of course. So, long story short is that vocabulary is a continuous process, and every day, if I'm reading any book, so if I figured out, okay, this is the word and new for me, just read more and more sentences so that I can use it next time. So that's how I work on my vocabulary. And
Okay, so I am okay. I'm so curious to knowing your routine at that time. You might have a set up some routine at your beginning
Hmm.
stage to learning your spoken English. So may I know your routines, your timetables, according to your what
Hmm.
have you been set up? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I added some tasks like I used to make my to-do list where my to-do list contains all this tasks: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So I have to devote my time equally, not equally, but at least 15 minutes or 20 minutes for writing. Okay, next 20 minutes for listening. Okay, then next I would say 1 page or 2 page I have to write every single day, whatever it comes in my mind. And first and the next thing is that is a very important: speaking. So for speaking I had a lot 20 to 25 minutes with the help of that application. And apart from that, I used to talk to myself also. I used to practice with myself also. So it was around 25 to 30 minutes. I would say 3 to 4 3 hour, hardly 3 hour, or 2.5 hour 3 hour at least you have to devote when you are in your
Okay.
rudimentary level.
Okay, I have another question. Like generally, the humans does not have the well environment and
Mm.
their family, yeah, even their society, yeah, even there they were living. So, what is your case? Like, where are you living right now? There are any environment like you can improve with any one of them? Yeah, you are depending only at application or yourself. What is the case of yours? May I know?
Okay, so now if I talk about, now of course I'm living in a city, it's a very, everyone is educated. I'm not saying that they are not educated. In my family also everyone is educated, but we are not very much interested and in this language also. If I talk about my friends also, they are doing, they have done their masters and they are from a very good background, but still they're not good at this language, and even they don't want to learn. Even English medium student also were studying with me, so they were not speaking, they were not using this language. Then earlier I was completely depend on the taste fluency application, but now actually I have already mentioned, so I'm so privileged to have this internet or people, my co-learner. So I'm getting chance to connecting with everyone, so now I feel that, yeah, there.
Okay, so like you, according to me, like you did not do anything, any activities that generally the students used to doing at self, like speaking with self in front of the mirror, and lots of unpredictable activities they used to doing at beginning. So you did not do like that. Directly, you are speaking through the applications. I'm right. I'm right.
I used application.
Okay.
Sometimes I used to turn on. Okay, I thought even now also when I feel okay, I should do this. Then I do that. Turn on the camera of my phone and just record for myself only.
Okay, so when did you get realize like you should be also learning a spoken English? Because generally in India, like you can say in a little city, the most of the people have been managing all the things through their native language. There is not much requirement of learning this language. So, what is the reasons behind you to learning this language? May I know?
Hmm. Okay, so reason is that of course after my PG I realized that yeah, everyone is speaking in English. If especially when I am opening my YouTube channel, when I watching my YouTube videos, so I thought okay, people are using this language, and that used to fascinate me a lot. It's directly connected to our confidence that I felt that moment. Even right now also I feel. Then I thought, no, I have to learn this language and I have to make myself better in this thing. That's how.
Okay, so this is a very common reasons of yours to motivating yourself towards
Right.
this. Okay, so I'm so curious to knowing like uh oh my God, I forget out what I say.
Okay, now I
Yeah,
want,
how?
yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Like how are you overcome your fear of low confidence? Because in this time generally, it doesn't matter they belongs to the well-educated family. They have done all the study in English medium in school, but it doesn't matter. But they have a lots of fear of low confidence. So what about your case? Like you had always a fear of low confidence. Yeah, still like you have always confidence like anything you can do. What is your opinion?
Oh,
Tell
of
me what is
course.
your case? Yeah.
Of course, we are humans, so no one is really in that much confidence that, yeah, I can do anything. I don't have any fear from the people. I don't have fear from the camera. No, of course not. But yes, in some cases it is more, but in some case people can manage. So if I talk about myself, yes, I was also facing the same problem when it comes to connecting people and when it comes to facing camera. But then over the time I did, and it was manageable for me. So I don't have
Okay.
that much fear. No, I can't do this. So initially, yeah, I was shivering while connecting to the people when it comes to connect, when it comes to going anywhere, so this kind of thing. But gradually I managed, and now I'm very comfortable when it
Okay.
comes, yeah, to connect with people.
Okay. So I have a question, other like if the any people want to learn a spoken English their home. So what idea would you like to give all of them to that video? May I know your idea?
So yeah, I would say everyone can learn English. It's not really big deal. It's very easy, and so just like other thing also, if we have to learn, right? We also learn that. Just suppose that if I want to, learn how to play any instrument, of course I can learn. If I want to learn dance, I can learn. So yes, if I want to learn painting, anything, whatever, if I can learn another things, then why can't I learn English? So same goes with English also. So if anyone wants to learn English, they wants to make themselves better, or they want to enhance their skill, so anyone can do it. And I'm not the only the one person who did this. There are so many people that make me so inspired. They did great work in their life. So I would say anyone can learn. Go to YouTube. There are lot of guidance and so many people they are ready to connect. So anyone can do
Okay.
it.
Yeah, you are right. Anyone can do, but as a generally basic idea, what idea you have to given all of them? Like they can apply at homes to improve their language without having a good institute help in these days. May I know?
Hmm. Yes, so first they can start with the listening, of course. So while
Okay.
listening, we learn a lot, and at the same time, reading also is important. Whether you are reading one page or two page or three page doesn't matter. You just have to read at least one
Okay.
page. Any book. It can be fiction and can be non-fiction. It depends on their interest, what kind of books in there they are interested. So they first start their listening. Maybe it can be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, not a big deal. Okay, reading a page, one page, two page, again, it's not a big deal. Speaking is also, they can find people, they can connect people. But at least if I have to sum up to 1 hour, at least they have to devote 1 hour. 1 hour and 1.5 hour they can, if they are ready to devote that much, this amount of time. So of course they can improve, no doubt.
Okay. So do you want to ask me anything?
Yeah, I want you to that. What is your routine? How do you practice?
Okay. Basically, as I already mentioned, I'm a teacher, but
Hmm.
I was not before as a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first of all, I started my speaking journey like motivated through the one episode you can say. Okay. Generally, I was so passionate to watching American movie, and I was getting like a very different accent of all of them. So I
Mm-hmm.
was not able to having all the meaning of their accent. So I was getting irritation at me a lot. I was feeling inconvenient. You can say the facilities which I had at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to break that barrier of my, you can say, ununderstandable ability I had available. I just want to remove doubt. So that's why I just visualize internally myself like still I'm a student. I think I have a lots of time to just focusing on it. So
Mm-hmm.
first idea, the first questions comes out from my inside like how can I learn without going an institute? Yeah, like having the well idea of any teacher. Because in this time, there are big subscription, like high expensive subscription available, all the applications and Camly application are much, you can say expensive in these days. So
Yes. True.
I was just exploring my own idea. How can I be just learn this it
Mm-hmm.
myself? Okay. So then I just got to realize like I think I had a smartphone. If I would like to utilizing that phone as a value in my life, so I can do anything. So I just stealing, I stolen the ideas of one teacher and get applying at my beginning time. Like one ma'am used to say, like it doesn't matter how many mistakes have you been doing at speaking. Okay, the thing is that at least are you trying? Okay, so that's why I understood their sentence meaning, and I starting to use just broken language at the beginning time, and I got in during conversation like during learning time, lots of criticism you can say, kiddingness, taunting at me like other people, you can say society's member, because I used to speaking with myself. At that time, I did not have any idea about any application. I was
Mm,
just considering if I would go to any application, so I have to pay amount. So I was not able to investing money there because I was depending at my parent. So that's why. So that's
mm,
why I used to, speaking in front of the mirror, as well as I was to record by the phone. Okay. And after I was just listening and after graping the mistake of there, so I would like to try like so mistakes, improve out by myself, rectifying. So like that way, just suddenly I got the COVID-19 season, you can say. So that was a great opportunity. You can say like I had utilized my well time. Okay, during COVID-19, I was all the time at my home. There is no any work there, so I was totally depending on English and utilize my time. And then still I can make myself to able to talk with anyone. Okay,
great.
so that was my simple journey. You can say.
That's
Okay.
great. Really good to hear. Fine. Okay, then yeah, overall it was a good session with you. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, it's
Yeah.
a really outstanding conversation with you. Okay. So bye.